Hello and welcome to this special webcast for INMO student, nurse and midwife members. We are recording this on Monday the 17th of January. As every student, nurse or midwife will know, the government, in the decision announced a couple of days before Christmas and without any prior consultation and agreement, has stated that it intends to cut the pay of student nurses and midwives while they are undertaking their fourth year rostered clinical placement. That pay cut commences this year and will increase in severity over the next 3 years from 76% to 60 to 50 to 40, and then in 2015 the government is stating there will be no payment made at all, despite the fact that in this rostered placement, as you know only too well, the fourth year student is an integral part of the ward team, is very much a worker and is undoubtedly an employee. The INMO, in response to this draconian, savage and cruel cut, has already issued 2 news updates to members, and we have now commenced meetings across the country in all colleges and institutes informing members of the cut and detailing the strategies of the campaign. We would certainly ask every student, nurse and midwife member to attend these meetings, to give us your views as to what should happen, and most important, to fully participate in the strategies of the campaign that we rolled out in the coming weeks. Our campaign will essentially have 2 strands. The first will be a procedural strand. We've already referred the matter to the Labour Relations Commission and the Labour Court, stating that in our view it's in breach of the public sector pay agreement and in breach of the information and consultation requirements laid down for governments in an EU directive. We will also be initiating payment of wages cases, as test cases if you like, where we're alleging breach of contract, and we'll also be lodging an equality claim where we're stating that this measure, which only hurts student nurses and midwives, is overtly discriminatory, as primarily student nurses and midwives are female. The second strand will be more a campaigning strand, where following consultation, commencing in mid-February, and we'll notify you of exact dates, we're going to start student protests at lunchtime, sit-ins in hospitals. We will also be having rallies and protests to the Department of Health, and ultimately, following a ballot, we will commence industrial action involving the withdrawal of labour for our fourth year students on the rostered placement. However, all of these strands, we will be asking for simultaneous 100% support and participation by all 4 years in the students from first to fourth year, because this is a hit on all student nurses and midwives, and it's a response that must involve all student nurses and midwives. We'll be finalising our campaign in consultation with the Union Students of Ireland and other interested groups. This cut is draconian, it's unjust, it's cruel, it's a savage cut, which is without precedent. And this organisation will respond and mobilise and sustain a campaign until we see its reversal. We'll also be corresponding with political parties, both individually and collectively, to ascertain their views, and members will be informed of what the position of candidates for election is before the election in March. This is a challenge. It's a challenge that we will collectively rise to. We will secure the reverse of this cut. Come to your college meetings, participate in the campaign, and we will restore the pay of the very hard-working fourth-year student. Thank you.